A historical estate, an architectural keepsake, a community attraction and treasure, and most important, a family home. Welcome to Glensheen Mansion, the Congdon family estate that is nestled between London Road in Duluth and Lake Superior. Discover what life was like for the rich and famous during the early 20th century for Clara and Chester Congdon, who built the mansion and lived here with their 7 children. The Congdon's wealth allowed the estate to be built with the latest features available at that time: running hot water, electricity, and the grounds were irrigated from Tisher Creek, a creek that runs through the property. The Congdon's 7.6 wooded acre estate includes the mansion, a carriage house, a gardener's house with a greenhouse, a flower garden, a vegetable garden where the Congdons grew their own produce, a tennis court, and a cow barn. The 2-story carriage house, which also includes apartments, a horse stable, carriage room and storage, and today houses the Glensheen administrative offices. Lori Melton, the marketing director at Glensheen, who occupies one of the offices in the carriage house, explains how this vast estate started out.
So it was a family home for many years. Chester unfortunately passed away soon after it was built. He died in 1916, but Clara lived until the 50s. And then her daughter Elizabeth lived here until 1977 and raised her 2 daughters here. So really it was a family home for 70 years before it was a museum.
The main house has 15 bedrooms with 15 fireplaces. It is fashioned with the same furnishings and decor that adorned the rooms when the mansion was first built. The pier off the estate was the largest private pier on Lake Superior. The heirs to the mansion deeded it to the University of Minnesota Duluth, who currently owns the museum property. The mansion is over 100 years old, and in the past 3 decades since UMD opened it to the public, Glensheen has frequented over 2 million guests. Why the Congdons called the mansion Glensheen isn't actually known, but Lori explains where the Congdons might have come up with the name.
So it's been Glensheen since as long as the house has been here. And there's 2 theories as to why it's Glensheen. One is the physical space, the glen of the woods and the sheen of the water. And then the other theory is that it's rooted in their English ancestry, that there's a area of England named Glensheen that their ancestors came from. So we don't actually know which is the true reason.
Glensheen offers seasonal hours for year-round tours. Visitors are welcomed in and around the historic estate. UMD students as well as volunteers give tours of the mansion, detailing the lives of the family and the time period in which they lived there. With the history of the mansion and the many events that occurred there, it attracts tourists as well as locals. To this day, Glensheen is preserved in the same condition as it once was when the family lived there. During the winter, the snow decorates the landscape around the mansion, making it picturesque. The holiday season is the perfect time to bring your family to this historic family mansion, Glensheen.